Alright, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Malabata, Malabrasis, Niger High, EDB. Yes, so if you check out another 3 minutes past the hour of 6 o'clock, and you know, so once that time don't reach for Sports Corner on top Unical Radio 103.5. You're the most station where they can play on top information, entertainment, and education, and the matter we concern entertainment, and information that we don't carry call you the month like this. Welcome to Sports Corner on Top Unical Radio 103.5. And I hope say you don't ready because I don't ready to give you all the update we did here. And don't believe me, they here also deal with Okon of on the catalyst. So anything way they do, just pause and small say about make a wait time don't reach make we enter the world of sports. And then before we move, you know say today now just celebration galore. And yes, a happy Children's Day to all the children we did around the world. Me that's speaking because I see they answerable to my parents at this age, and also happy Children's Day and Idel Mubarak to all our sports fans around the world. Uh, Eid El Maruk Barak to all our sports fans around the world from all of us at Unical Radio International 103.5. Wishing you joy, peace, happiness, and celebration filled with blessings. Yes, so all our Muslim brothers with always listen, when they tune in, happy Eid Mubarak to una hope say una don't keep good for me because okay una don't keep ram for me because as e be like this I go see they come on our side to make I come chop my own ram like this. So yes and yes before we move make we give you all the tori way they saw for our domot here like this first make we first give you the one way happened as e be like this. Nike don't partner with Sloan for new Super Eagles for new Eagles collection. Yes, so global superstar, super weird giant Nikes has teamed up with the Nigerian artist Olalelu Akorodolu Ale, popularly known as Sloan, for a special edition collection for the Nigerian national team featuring a bold graffiti inspired artistic. Nike is collaborating with 7 brands and artists ahead of the World Cup 2026, with each partnership tied to different national football federation for inclusive capsule collection. Yes, Super Eagles players like Samuel Chukwueze Otola already were part of the modeling team that unveiled the collection alongside former Captain JJ Okocha and veteran Nollywood actress in the person of Patient Ozoko. Earlier this year, Nike released a new Super Eagles jersey and training kit, which the team is currently using at the 2026 Unity Cup in London. And also still here, we don't get small reports saying Port Harcourt to host the NWFL Super 6. Yes, the Nigerian Women Football League has announced that Port Harcourt don't allow Port Harcourt as the host city for the Premiership Super 6, making it the first time the season-ending tournament will be held in Rivers State. In a statement released by the league, the competition is scheduled to take place from Friday, June 5th to Sunday, June 14th, with 6 clubs set to battle for the league title at the end of the season. And the NWFL Chief Operating Officer, Modupe Shabi, said the choice of Port Harcourt reflect Rivers State government continue to support women football, and this successful hosting of League's annual General Assembly last year. The Super 6 tournament will feature the top 3 teams from Group A, Group B of the regular season, competing in a round-robin format, with each club playing 5 matches over the 9 days. And also still on here, and Amusan deserves apology over the World Cup record. Former American middle distance runner where them like Kyle Mema believe those who question to be Amusan after her women's 100-meter hurdle world record in 2022 owes the Nigerian apology following the growing belief that the mark could soon be broken. Amusan set the record during the 2022 World Championship in Eugene, clocking 12.12 seconds in the semi-final to erase the previous record of the 12.20 seconds set in 2016 by the hurdler Kendra Harrison. She was also ran in 12.66 seconds in the final, but it didn't stand due to the heavy wind. And at the time, several respected voices in the athlete after, including former American sprinter Michael Johnson, cast doubt on the legitimacy of the performance, suggesting the time was almost impossible. Others speculated about the influence of new spike technology. And yes, yes, also for the world of cricket like this, Northern Lions, South Town Sharks, and Middlebelt Tigers and Central Eagles don't qualify for the semi-final of the Nigerian Super League following the latest last round of the matches in the novel cricket tournament. Oh, yes, so the Southern Sharks sealed the last semi-final ticket on Monday after the dominant 35 run victory over the Eastern Elephants in the rain affected 5 over contest. The Sharks produced a clinical display with both bat and ball to secure the crucial win that confirmed their place in the knockout stage. Yes, yes, congratulations for that wonderful one there. And also, and still on the matter here, still on other matter like this. Yes, so Giant of Africa, the non-profit organization co-founded by Masi Uride, has inaugurated its 50th community basketball court in Africa, reaching the halfway mark of its ambitious pledge to build 100 courts across the continent. The milestone launch of the 50 basketball court under the Giant of Africa belt within initiative was celebrated on Monday at the historic premises of the King's College, Lagos, as basketball and music and entertainment combined to deliver a memorable experience for people and parents and members of the community. And the newly completed modern basketball facility situated within the school grounds of Lagos Island forms part of the GOA ambitious target of constructing 100 courts across Africa to promote youth development across the world of sports. Yes, yes, ladies and gentlemen, that was now two now the news the way they supply this. And yesterday we be see as Nigeria, the Super Eagles be play against Zimbabwe for the Unity Cup. And as it be like this, we will move to the semi-finals of this Unity Cup. And yes, we be see a lot of new stars will be feature for the match yesterday. And yes, one outstanding player will be see there where people don't they praise for the Unity Cup in the person of Femi Aziz. Yes, so new Super Eagles winger Femi Aziz made a perfect start to life in Nigeria colours on Tuesday, scoring twice in a 2-0 win over Zimbabwe in the Unity Cup semi-final. So, Catalyst, yesterday during the Unity Cup, I saw a lot of young guys, especially in the attack. Any plan that Eric Chell have for the Super Eagles? I think if you have the adequate backing of the NFF board, I think this guy is up to something. I don't know if I go say that because say Zimbabwe no come up play match. They come up play match because if you see what these people were playing, and I never knew that we had a player like this, like Femi Aziz. The guy was, although he missed a lot of goals, but the guy was fantastic yesterday. So, how do you see it? And we also saw like two wing back from the Nigerian Professional Football League, will be also feature, will be also make their debut for the Unity Cup. So, how you see the Unity Cup yesterday and using not just the normal players who will know, but he used new players and joined them with the the MPFL boys to play the Unity Cup. Yes, I even got a clean sheet as Okonkwo Otto started his debut and also started with a clean sheet yesterday.
Yeah, first and foremost, I would like to say very big congratulations to the Super Eagles on the victory, the Unity Cup.
Yes.
I think this is actually a good way to go for them and under a new management. For me, it was not really a beautiful performance. It
Okay.
was not a welcoming one. But then, like I said, it is a good step in a good direction because
Eh,
you are not expecting to see some beautiful performance that the way you're supposed to see, of course, especially when you are having some talent, new talents in the team, and I
yes.
think that is what Eric Chelle experimented with the team. Now, most of us might not really prioritize the Unity Cup because it's not really that announced. But
Yes.
then we cannot also shy away from the fact that this is also a vital and critical games that determine a manager's what the manager is doing, and also it helps the manager to know the kinds of squad that he can always work with when it comes to major tournaments.
Of
And
course.
it also serves as a medium, of course, which Eric Chelle has already demonstrated, a medium to to explore and to bring on board new generational talent, because whether we like it or yes, you cannot always depend on the old guys that you've had, because the time come when they are no more. So what happens to your game? Do you stop the game? No, you move on to the next generational talents, and those generational talents, how do you discover them? I think Unity Cup is actually one of that tournament that gives the opportunity, to discover, because I am certain that at the end of this Unity Cup, when we are approaching the African Cup of Nations, we are definitely going to see some of these guys in the Unity Cup are going to be promoted, and they will be playing the African Cup of Nations. Of course, this is their time, to impress, and to show that they have something to offer. And if you
Yes.
ask me, I think it's actually a good one in the right direction.
Yes, sir. And also the chances of, okay, according to Richard during the press conference, we had players like Chukwueze Opota and Kenneth Ibuki who got nod as starters for the Super Eagles, and with Aderemi Adeoye coming off bench, and these guys were coming from the MPFL. And a statement, there was this statement Richard made. He said, "I just need some time to do my job, scout and work with players from the MPFL league. It could be like a project if they want, but I am not Santa Claus. This is not a gift. I will have to judge their performance." And he said, this is only a friendly game, not World Cup or AFCON. They need to work a lot. But that's not what I want, and the high level is difficult," Eric Chell said in response to the MPFL players fed. So with this statement, do you think that it's looking as if they are trying to pressure him to be featuring more of the MPFL players? And it looks like a response to me. He said, "I just need time to do my job, scout and work with players from the MPFL league."
The thing there is that definitely you will face a pressure. You will be asked, to do things that does not that does not work according to your philosophy.
Yeah.
So now it's not about what they want. It's about what you want for your team, because you are the manager, and if the team do not succeed, you are the one that will be held accountable. There's nothing like
No, no,
will be
three
held as
guys.
an excuse. So not starting, some certain names, you are definitely going to be called. But then I think it's only you have to be a manager. You have to be, you need to act like a manager, which you are, and be in total control of the club. So I think it's what a lecturer is actually rightly doing. And I look at the lecturer, I feel that
He
for
knows what
the
he's doing.
Super Eagles, they actually have a coach, so they should just allow him. They should just allow him do his job. Let him just do his job. What he feels is better. And like I said earlier, that this Unity Cup is not, that is not an announced
It's just a FIFA
an,
Tier 1
it's
tournament.
not an announced competition, so
Yeah.
there's no so much watch out on
Or
it.
rush on
Yes,
it.
so these guys, you can it's more like an experimental
Tournament.
tournament and experimental stage. You can
Yes.
bring in an experiment as much as you want, and if you feel, because what's the essence of major tournaments? You are playing your the regular big guys, and a tournament like this, you are still playing the big guys, and that means you're not ready to evolve. You're not ready to evolve. So like I said earlier, sooner or later we will definitely move from the era of these guys, and we'll move to a new generational talent, and we cannot get there when we've not discovered one.
Yes, so we cannot get there when we discover one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as this sports club you carry the 103.5. Make we go small break. When we come back, we could give you other news where they happen. Just how you know, say few days to World Cup, a lot of things they happen, a lot of things they shake, and yes, a lot of speculations. Say guess until where person go do, people go start to dey talk as Neymar landed in the training ground with a helicopter. People don't they talk, people don't they gist, but I don't see anything about it. All this time now, what we talk about. No get anywhere na 6 you carry the 103.5. When they come back, they with us. All right, welcome back from that brilliant Swiss Sports Corner Unical Radio 103.5. And yes, the first story way there for Hannah be say Alexia Putellas has announced that she will end her 4 year association with Baka at the end of the season when her contract expires. Yes, so we all know Putellas, the 32-year-old, confirmed on Tuesday that Wednesday League F game against Real Sociedad will be her last game for the club, which is happening today. Portalas has not reviewed her next club, but sources have told us that she has interest from Europe, the United States, Mexico, with the London City Lioness and Paris Saint-Germain among the clubs who has been closely following her situation. And there will be an option in the contract to extend stay with Barca by an additional year, with the club open to her continue, but she has option to pursue a new challenge elsewhere. According to her, she said the time has come to acknowledge that I have given everything for these colors. Potala said in a video. Several other players also expected to depart from Baka this summer. Previously, the defender Malion and Ona Betele are set to join the London City and Arsenal respectively, with their deals expiring next month. And the congratulations to Alex Potters for her wonderful time in the La Liga Air female. She has been in the heart of Barca team, which has gone on a dominant European football since winning 38 trophies, including 10 La Liga female titles and 4 Champions League. With 232 goals, she is the top scorer in the history of women's team and the second top scorer across the men and women's team. Only Lionel Messi has scored more goals than her. Yes, congratulations to her. And it's actually a good thing that we see women coming in where men dey. The thing really, really makes sense. And congratulations to her for that wonderful announcement as she decides to find a new path for herself. And yes, a lot of things they trend though, a lot of things is happening. Yes, so while men were asleep, back and follow back here to go sign player. Ladies and gentlemen, Barcelona have reached an agreement in principle with Newcastle United to sign Anthony Gordon for 81 million euro plus bonus. Barca has secured a medical for this week and anticipates the deal to be finalized quickly. This is the transfer that I did not see coming. But to me, I don't know if I will call this one misplace of priority. Rashford is there begging Barcelona to sign him, and they don't go spend almost 81 million euro to go sign Anthony Gordon. So, Catalyst, how do you see this move from Barcelona to sign Anthony Gordon? To me, it's a good one, but I think it was a misplace of priority, if I would say. No, they throw me that too.
Yeah.
The guy is a good player, no one more. But this is a misplace of priority right now because we have Rashford, who has been in form for you since this season. The final day when I win league, he score one kind mad free kick like that. This guy they cry, he don't reduce in what did they call him? A salary. Say I beg, I won't play for this team on permanent deal. There's rush go sign Gordon.
I think the difference between Gordon and Rashford is that Gordon is still younger than Rashford. Gordon is 25.
But it don't matter.
Rashford is 28, approaching 29.
But so, Rashford is more a better player than Gordon. I will not. That one I don't argue.
I will argue.
No.
I will argue it with you very well. Rashford is a good player, no doubt, but
yes.
He's not a player that is consistent. Season in, season out. He's not a player that is consistent.
Even the same with
but okay. Anthony Gordon is somebody that we've seen. This guy, he has been doing it. He has been with Newcastle and he has been doing his thing very, very well. And this is someone that if he happens to play at the top level, he will do extraordinary well. So imagine playing at Newcastle, and he's doing that way. Imagine him. Just imagine Anthony Gordon is in the Barcelona squad. You just imagine his speed, his leg work, and ability to shoot. I think Barcelona. One thing I like about Barcelona is that once they see what they want, they go for it, and they don't just go for players that you yourself you are expecting to see.
Yeah,
I think they see qualities in players that people don't really go for, and Anthony Gordon was something that was not even in a debate of one of the guys that was going to be clubs were going to be looking for him, like the likes of Elliot Anderson, the way people have just been talking about him. So I think it's actually a good move. But now anyways, I know that the market, it gets the market don't be because that money for Barcelona to intend to bring out that money to sign the guy, then that means they've seen something in this very guy,
You
and
get what
no doubt
they
I
don't see what we
feel that
never see.
it's a good one. It's a good one, especially looking at the fact that they have not yet finalized agreement with Manchester United on if they are going to sign Marcus
Marcus
Rashford on
Rashford,
a
yeah.
permanent deal, and
Okay.
we I think also report has it that his wages, as Marcus Rashford wage, is also standing as a stumbling block as to him being a Barcelona fan. And Manchester United, on the other hand, also don't want to decrease their offer of 30 million euros for the guy. So I think this might also be one of the reasons, because I think clubs are trying to make sure that they complete all their signing as fast as possible,
Before the
so that
World Cup.
before the World Cup, so that because the World Cup now is going to be a very long one, and once the World Cup is over,
It's going to be a rush of
it's
preseason.
not going to be a long time before season is starting. So this is the best time
Yeah.
to finalize everything that you have to finalize, and make sure that the ones that are going for World Cup, you've already signed them, because trust me,
Yeah.
most of these players now, if you don't sign them now, by the time they go to World Cup and they impress very well,
Money
yeah,
money go spike up.
their money go far. So at that time, like,
Yeah.
go them say they fit they do shakara. So this is the best time to get them. They will, so that even when they don't go perform, you just don't say, come on, I've been already by, get any choice, you come back to my
Yeah.
team. So this is the best time for me, and I think that's why most of the clubs are rushing Anthony Gordon. I wait to see what he's going to do for England in the World Cup, but then trust me, it's a smart buy from Barcelona.
Oh, it's a smart buy for Barcelona. 08094444058. How do you rate the signing of Anthony Gordon to to Barcelona? Yes, Barcelona. Yes, so Barcelona just put a fast one on everybody. They didn't even do say like news. What they shock me for this deal? Say news be no even surface. Say Barcelona are monitoring Anthony Gordon for a
Actually,
permanent deal.
actually, na see suppose be
Like they just carry the
the
body keep for table. Say how far we wan buy this boy,
na
you
see
personal
suppose
terms
be,
agreed. They
because
follow back here and do
most of
everything.
the times all these deals wey we see too dey delay, dey delay.
Yeah.
You go dey hear announcement almost reaching personal
Personal
terms,
personal terms.
about to reach personal
Agreement in
terms,
the final stage.
all those things, e dey get as e
Now
dey
long
be,
talk.
e get as e dey be. So I think it's a
Yes.
very smart one there from Barcelona, because e
Yeah.
get as e go be now. Barcelona chook their eye now, before now another club now don also come dey register. But I know if Barcelona goes for a player, it's very difficult for a player to choose another club over
Yeah.
Barcelona.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So
That's true.
but for Anthony Gordon is a smart one.
Yes. And you get what will be the talkie yesterday, and I would really like to see your take on it. Okay. Actually, Bernardo Silva have left Manchester City. John Stones is leaving. Guardiola don't come out. Now Ruben Diaz reached out to his what do they call agent, say, Hafa, help me define club. Uh Rodri, the same thing. Like three players now are doing the same thing. So do you and Enzo Maresca has been appointed as the new permanent head coach of the new manager of Manchester City. So do you think that Pep Guardiola's exit is going to cause a big summer exit of some Manchester City players leaving Manchester City? Because say you get some people will be say, oh well, the person where they work with, they don't feel work with another person like that. You understand? So do you think that Enzo Maresca will have small challenge in convincing some of those key players to stay back in Manchester City? And do you think Enzo Maresca will be able to keep that dominance that Manchester City have been keeping under Pep Guardiola?
See, the truth of it is that most of these players, they have been most of them,
Yeah.
Guardiola bought them. They have played under him,
For
and
10 years.
it's not an easy one. And most of these players now, they would have chosen to go to another place and play elsewhere, but just because of Pep Guardiola, they decided to stay. Not like
Yes.
there were no clubs that were looking for him, like Rodri. When
Yeah.
he won the Ballon d'Or, Real Madrid came looking for him. Other top clubs came looking for him, but he decided to stay because imagine having a playing for a club like Man City and playing under a coach like Pep Guardiola, where he won't go again. So he decided to play. Now that Pep Guardiola has left, some of those players, they might want to leave. Let's be sincere, they will definitely want to leave. Already, Rodri has made it clear that he prioritizes a move to Manchester and
Real
to Real
Madrid.
Madrid,
Yes.
which that is already a sign, which he might likely want to go. And other players, before they might likely also want to leave. And
Yeah.
before the few ones that remain, they might not want to play with that much hunger. So Enzo Maresca have a lot of work to do in the team,
Okay.
to see how we can bring up this team. My only concern now is Erling Haaland. Now we be saying we don't rush go sign 10-year contract. 10-year contract now, and in your guy don't come on leave am. And in time sef never see go, it still has about, I think, about 8 years. So I don't know how it's doing, because if that is to be, if you first move say one come on now, which club now go fit and meet the kind, the man where we say you get 8 years contract. So I don't know how it's going to be, but I am hoping that they don't fall down that low,
Yes.
to an extent that we begin asking ourselves questions like, is this the Man City that that we're dominating
Yeah,
Premier League?
yeah. And you get what Victor called yesterday, and he get what him been talk. He said that it's high time most coaches stop choosing who will succeed them. Instead, the board of directors should use their hand and look for a better option. Say this instead of choosing who will succeed, sometimes not they work.
Um, Actually, it works. It doesn't work at
Okay.
times. It works most times. It doesn't work most times. But notably, we've actually seen that in terms of this selection, most of the times it doesn't work. A very critical one is Manchester United, of course. With when they decided to go for Moyes,
David Moyes.
David Moyes, we saw how bad it was.
Yes.
So I can't really say that it does. It's whether it works out or it does not work. But at the end of the day, it's all about it. I just feel it's all about luck.
It's all about. All right, we have a caller at the moment. Unical Radio International 1 3.5. Victor, welcome. Welcome.
Yeah, Victor, good evening to you. Thank you.
I want you talked about the Protelas, and I remember this guy that kissed him. What's his name? Rubiales, their former FA chairman, that kissed during the World Cup final as Rubiales that kissed Protelas. I remember that. Later he resigned. Okay, moving on. I want to talk about the England schedule and the workload on players. PSG have rested for more than 2 weeks, and Arsenal barely played a game on Sunday. You see, these are some of the context that UEFA needs to look at, because it's not really good. It's an advantage on one side and a disadvantage on the other side.
Okay.
So the Arsenal have only 5 days to prepare for that final. PSG has 15 days to prepare. So it's not. I think it's a cheat, and UEFA needs to do something about it. The English FA also needs to do something about it. I came across a news this afternoon that Arsenal wants Morgan Rogers. I think Morgan Rogers is a good player, but can he deliver at the big stage? That's how we were clamoring for AJ. AJ is good, but he has not really hit his foot on the ground in Arsenal. Likewise, Morgan Rogers, can he play in a big team? For Barca signing this guy, what's his name?
Anthony Gordon.
Anthony Gordon. I know they will sign that guy on credit. Not money.
They said
They will sign him on credit. So,
Wahala.
then for Rashford, I think it's quite unfortunate that Rashford is in this state right now. If Barca does Rashford, that means they are ungrateful.
What's the love for him?
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much, Victor, for calling in. So, for Rashford, it's actually going to be a long one, because myself, I feel for him also. But guys, I go do get waiting me want to at the end of the day.
Yeah.
He had the time. In fact, I think Rashford should have been a big name now in Manchester United, and also one of the eldest or the oldest player in Manchester United. And but unfortunately, it's not that way. I don't know. All of a sudden, he's deep in form. Not playing again for the shirt, and I think it's really cost him a whole lot. And I hope that maybe tomorrow he gets to learn from it, or if he doesn't,
Yes.
he decided to become a freedom fighter, and he decided to join the likes of Jadon Sancho, to rebel the club, and which is not nice. Whether the club plays you or not, but you don't get to rebel your club, because all these things, it has ways in one way or the other coming back to haunt you. while you were in Manchester United, you were doing very well, but you know for sure that you were not consistent. In some seasons, you come out and you do very well, but some seasons
You don't.
you don't do it. And the clubs, they still believed in you. They kept grooming you, knowing that okay, this one is
One
for
day
the
you
future.
pull up.
But all of a sudden, you just grew ever since. Okay, first ever since it started his his foundation all of a sudden it was like his focus as divided from football, and the form dropped on field. And Manchester United, as of then they were passing through a whole lot, and the little that the little this thing that you do, it really goes out there to show. So even when he went to Aston Villa, I think Aston Villa actually helped in reviving him, which really made Barcelona to come for him. And I think one of the best from the best of one of the best of Marcus Rashford. One of the seasons that we've seen the best of Marcus Rashford is that which he spent in Barcelona. He have
Okay.
had some impressive outings in Manchester United, and I think
Yeah.
Barcelona, as we say, we can actually put it as one of his best season out there ever since he's been playing football there. But now Barcelona, just like Victor had said, Barcelona don't have money, and any player that they are signing now,
They
they
go
they,
crazy.
they go they will sign them on, they feel they sign them on structure.
He said, "Don't worry,
They
we go pay for
they will
front."
they feel they sign them on structure, and I think that is one of the challenges that they're having with Manchester United. Of course, they felt that Manchester United, they were going to release the money because Manchester United have made it clear they don't need Rashford. So they felt that Manchester United, since they don't need Rashford, they were going
They
to
will reduce
reduce
the
the
money.
money so that he can just let him go and take him off their wage bill. But yeah, Manchester United made it clear that if you cannot pay the 30 million euros,
They walk
then
away.
don't worry, bring him back, because there are clubs that will be ready to get him.
Of
And trust
course.
me, with his last form, which even getting him, being called up for the England for the
England.
World Cup. So
Yes.
shows the guy has been doing well. And trust me, if Marcus Rashford, I fear if Marcus Rashford now, go out there in the World Cup and display beautiful performance, trust me,
Yes.
Manchester United go just they sit down for a chair, they drink water, they wait, make Barcelona just say we don't need him again, make the carry am, put for the market. And don't be surprised, they feel
It will
even
spike up
they feel even increase the money.
the price tag.
So
Yes.
Barcelona signing Rashford, would have been an ideal one, because no matter what they need, the squad depth really matters, and I think he provide that for them. Yes,
Yes.
and even though he doesn't start,